And hey, before we do this,
Predator.
all right, and welcome to Underground Horror Radio. Here we are, finally. We're here. This thing is going to fucking fall off soon. Yes, this is it. This is not a normal unboxing thing. This is live video. I'm here. A little nervous, but that's okay because, as you know, it's rated R, so sexuality, drugs, drinking. So yes, this is a shark beer that's half invisible because there was a green screen there. Which is showing up behind me. Who cares? So thank you for, obviously watching. My friends up top there, the Charbroil and El Bandido's Power Hour Love is good guy friends of mine for a while. We basically hung out for forever, and they started doing a podcast, and then they started doing video. And see, I'm more on the radio side. I like doing it on the radio with just audio stuff, interviews, all that. I have to get into the video stuff now. That's where the world is. So here we are. The good news is, I don't know why I would be nervous anyway, is this is a very relaxed show. We're just here to hang out. As soon as I figure out there's a way to get the chat going. Now, I'm hoping people can hear me, and on Facebook, comment there, just because. I wonder if he's even showing up on Facebook. Let me look real quick. Yeah, it's there. Oh, that's not it. There. I'm so terrible at this. I don't have like a whole bunch of gadgets and stuff. The one thing about El Bandito and Charbroil's show is it's actually very, very set up professionally. Like, for real. It is. It's great. Mine, it's about everything else I do. Nothing. No, it's not that it's not professional. It's more of I can do a lot of stuff with nothing. Like, little amount of equipment makes it still sound good as I'm saying this. So, is this thing even working? Whatever. You know what? Hello, everybody in Facebook. Hopefully, let's see if we can get a chat going here. See, I have two computers, so I'm grabbing the wrong mouse because I'm a moron. Okay. Hello. So, yeah. All right, we'll see what happens. This is that. 4 minutes. That's much better than I thought it would last. Okay, bye. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff tonight. Horror stuff, obviously. This is a horror radio show. I'm Justin Mcpatches. Yes, I'm wearing a Joe Bob Briggs shirt from the last drive-in, which was on Shudder, which is cool. If you don't have Shudder, get Shudder. If you want. It's like $5 or $6 a month. And it has a lot of stuff you probably don't get to watch anywhere else, horror stuff. And it has pretty much they're bringing back like Monster Vision, which is a great show from the 90s. So anyway, that's Shudder. Am I going to get paid? Nope. Okay. So anyway, yeah, this is it. You like my background? I worked hard on that. Actually, I didn't even make it. Fucking El Bandito did, because he's actually talented. I kind of helped, but nah. So, yes, we're available on Podbean. I have multiple podcasts, so there's that. Underground Horror Radio is one of them. Not for Air, which is the big one, besides this one. What's the other one? Well, I had to caffeinate it. We have Caffeinated Arcade where I review video games, so that's cool, right? This thing is staying up. It's amazing. I need a drink. But, yeah, lots of stuff to talk about. Anybody out there in Facebook land, I also got my trusty phone. For those of you following on Facebook, if I can get a hold of you there. First and foremost, I just found out, internet, that Dick Miller passed away. Now, Dick Miller has been acting forever. He's been in, I would almost say he's been in everything, especially genre stuff. Let's see, he was in, besides Gremlins, we got Gremlins, we got The Howling, and we got Demon Knight. We got a bunch of movies. The guy has been in like everything. Comedy stuff, genre stuff. He's just great. And so he passed away, and that sucks. So this is, we're here on the show though, but I mean that sucks. So another legend passes. That's the thing about people getting older, it sucks. But what can you do? You know how this thing works. There you go, get rid of that. I can't. Okay, anyway, it's some stupid stuff on there. So what else we got going on? Well, I'm on Instagram, so there's that. I do unboxing videos, by the way. And how that works is, so I got people on Instagram liking. So what I do is, most unboxing videos is like people with, I got this in the mail. It's a mystery box. We open it. Most of it's crap sometimes, depending on who gives it. And that's cool. Someone gets this huge collector's thing. They open it. Cool. So I've been collecting for a while these NECA action figures. And here on YouTube, you go down, there's the whole playlist. It's there. And I got a lot of them. And I got one, Special Night Horror, of course. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the plan, is to open those. But I have a lot of those. And I have like shelves, which I'm not going to move the camera around now, but I have shelves full of toys. So that's what I want to do. I want to unbox figures. Of course it's all there. You know what it looks like. But I like to open them because, well, why not? Why not? Fuck it. This background's boring, huh? I should put something else back there. Could put some of the Friday the 13th videos I've been playing. So I've been playing a lot of Friday the 13th game. Even though, for the most part, it's all right. Not really. I never did get to do a review video of it because things kept changing when I was playing it. This patch and that patch. Now they're not even touching it, really, because there was a lawsuit with the people who made Friday the 13th, and so they stopped doing anything for the game. We were about to get Uber Jason from Part 10, and I think we were going to get the spaceship, the Grendel, as, like, the map. That would have been cool. I was excited for that, and then that got shut the fuck down, so that's out of the way. So what have people been playing lately? Please, anytime in the comment section or anything like that, let us know. What do you like to play? I don't really play Dead by Daylight. My wife does, and we're starting up a whole streaming thing for that too. I like it to an extent. I'm just not good at it. I like playing the killer, though. It's a little bit different than Friday the 13th, but it's fun. I mean, it's not perfect. No game is, but I like doing it. Obviously, I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. I like that game. I like a lot of different horror stuff. I don't always play horror stuff, though. I do all kinds of other things, but this happens to be my favorite subject. This is the one I love and the one that I do the most at. So anyway, we're just hanging out. I don't mind. I should put something in the background. What could I put back there? I don't know. I got more video, but I don't think anybody really wants to watch it. They could. Maybe another day. Yeah. So, this is all we're doing so far. We're hanging out. But, see, because of the guidelines on YouTube here, I'd be playing music. I got so much horror punk, psychobilly, punk rock, whatever, that we'd be set. But there's certain rules that we have to go by, and I don't feel like getting in trouble and all this stuff. And I would like to though. Maybe even start like my own. I'm trying to move the damn thing again. Oh, YouTube. I like how it says stream health ? The fuck does that even mean? Who fucking designs this stuff? I don't know. Fuck them. So anyway, every time I use the mouse here, which you can't see it, but I'm using the mouse, I think I'm doing something over there. Oh, look, we got our first guest, or friend or fiend or whatever you want to call it. It's my friend Charles, aka Charboil from Power Hour Love, which is a fantastic show, and it's much more professional than this. But fuck it, I'm not here for that. I'm just here to be here. Let me say hello back. Oh wait, I don't have to type stuff back. I'm on the screen. Hello, how you doing? Now, truth be told, here, Charboil loves horror movies too. We watch a lot of stuff together. Oh, that's right. I do have some stuff. Hold on. I'm going to input something real quick here because I do, in fact, have some horror stuff I could put in. We have some friends out there. So let's see here. Let's put this. Not that big, obviously. Oh, well, that's way too big. All right, let's shrink that fucker. We'll put it right here. If you like punk rock and horror punk and all that, go to podunkradio.com. Check it out. Now, Shakorama, which I think used to be Morbid Movies, now friends of mine, down in Lake Worth, they show a cult classic movie in the cinema in one little theater out of 6 every month for years now. Everything from Evil Dead 2 to Friday the 13th, Part 1 and 2. Because of me, they played Jaws 2. And so I'm a big Jaws fan. We'll get that to another day. So, yeah. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. The shout out. You're welcome. I know your show's much better so far. But, I'm just here having fun. And that's the whole point. It's a relaxation attitude here. Speaking of Jaws, this is called Shark Bait, but I call it Shark Beer. Awesome. Fucking Jaws, right? The best movie. So, anyway. So, Shakorama, it's what they call themselves now. They show movies every month. Usually like the middle of the month or a second week, depending on what's going on. I believe last month was Alien, the first one, which is straight horror. Aliens is kind of more, it's action horror, sci-fi. James Cameron got a hold of it. Anytime he does like a sequel to something, it's like huge. So there's that. And that was kind of cool. And so Aliens is good. But, no, it's Alien. So that's pretty fun. And Alien's a good movie. So they showed that. And then this month, let's see if I'm going to pull out the poster again. Keep adding stuff. I'm just going to keep... Oh, I don't want media source. Oh, no. Dummy. Let's see. See, videos are much different than doing live. I'm so used to doing videos now. But I don't have a lot of stuff I have to put up for them, so there it is. Shrink that down, too. Here we go. Nope, that's the background. Dummy. There we go. Sorry about the poster. Well, real quick, we'll show it there. All right, so yeah, February 15th, 9:30, 35th anniversary of Night of the Comet. You know what? Put you over my thing there. Night of the Comet's a sweet movie, by the way. If you've never seen it, which, I mean, if you're a horror fan, I'm sure you might have seen it. I mean, why wouldn't you? But yeah, dude, Night of the Comet's sweet. It's PG-13, which is fine back then. And even now, it wasn't so much about gore as it was just the whole premise. And it being, like, for now, if they remade it, oh, God, they remake everything now. I don't know. Like, it's weird to say. Like, a current adaptation could work. Not a bunch of CGI stuff. But I think what I like about the movie was it's very 80s. It's very... it's still aged well, but it's definitely an 80s movie. Like, there's no BS about it. It stars Mary Catherine Stewart, who was in The Last Starfighter, and in this movie, she's actually playing I forget what game it was. I never played it, I don't think, but it's this arcade game, and she's obsessing over the high score, and I'm like, I know how that is. High score is badass. Fuck tickets. I don't want fucking tickets. I want a fucking high score. And so anyway, it's about a comet that flies over Earth, and then whatever's left, I don't want to give it away, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But we got, not zombies, kind of mutated, radiated people that are left. It's a fantastic movie. it's definitely a cult classic. And 35 years, I keep forgetting how old it is, but it's a pretty older movie. But nonetheless, it's still good. So let's see what else. So anyway, check out Shakorama. Go on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. They're really cool guys too. And just like Tribal and El Bandito. See, I'm just gonna keep plugging that away. Whatever, because they're awesome. But no, you guys haven't seen their show. Check it out. It's more nerdy. In a good way. It's like, video games, comic books, wrestling, which I'm a big fan of. Oh, thank you. Yes, it is Joe Bob for life. He knows what's up. Dude, I'm excited. I'm very excited. This year, sometime, hopefully soon, I know they're going to do another, I don't think they're going to do a marathon. I think they're going to actually do maybe a weekly show. I don't know all the details yet, but I'm stoked either way. The Joe Bob Christmas was good. I like that. The Dinners of Death was good. And of course, this was a straight marathon. Anybody who didn't know. So basically, here's the thing with Joe Bob Briggs. Joe Bob Briggs is an American icon critic. He's a film critic. And he started out in Texas. He's from Texas. And he would go see these drive-in movies. And I know, the whole Dick Miller thing, it's like, because, it just popped up like an hour ago, and I'm like, come on, because, like, again, I'm talking to Charvel. See, interactive, it's much different than me just rambling on. Yeah, it sucks. That guy, like, again, that guy was in, like, everything, big bits, large bits. He's one of those guys that you go, oh, I've seen that guy in that movie, any of them. And that's all, he's in a lot of movies, so. He had a great career, though. I don't have no doubt. From what I hear, conventions, he's a nice guy, so. I'll drink for that, Dick Miller. But, yeah, back to Joe Bob. So, this guy would go to movie theaters and watch these, like, B-movies. Like prison, 70s prison movies, women, horror movies, schlock movies, just like some, stuff nobody else would watch, And he would have a way with words when he wrote, because, started out as an article. And he has a way with words where it just is phenomenal. Like, he would come up with all these different ways of saying things. Like, plus he had, like, a drive-in list, which is, how many people are dead, how many dead bodies, how many breasts, and then, missing limbs, stuff like that. And, and everything would turn into a foo, headless foo, kung fu, chainsaw foo, things like that. It's great. So he was on the movie channel in the early 90s, I believe, maybe the late 80s. I didn't watch it then, and that was cool. And then he was on TNT with Monster Vision. So the movies were good, but they were more mainstream because of what Ted Turner had the ability to get. Jaws 2, Jaws, all that stuff. But over time, that network was changing, and it just, plus all the fucking censors. And which he had always a big gripe about, the censors. He once did a Friday the 13th marathon on Halloween, and they forgot, like, part 4. Like, they didn't have the rights. And he's like, how do you not have the rights to part 4? There's crucial plot points in part 4. Yeah, stuff like that. And so after years of not being on anywhere, like, God, it's almost 20, I think. Yeah. Well, since he went off the air, which was like 01 or 2000, I think. He came back on Shudder, and we did like he was retiring basically. It's like, all right, I'm going to do this huge all-night marathon, awesome. It broke the internet. It broke Twitter, or not Twitter, but Shudder. And like literally it shut, they weren't expecting that many people. And I'm like, you got this guy to do this. You have no idea what a cult following it is now. Has been forever, and now even more because of the popularity. So yeah, basically it broke the internet, and then they got it worked and out, and then you watched the rest of the marathon, and then they decided, hey, he's going to do more, so Thanksgiving and then Christmas. So now this year, they're supposed to have, like, I don't know if it's a weekly show or a monthly show again. Maybe only 1 or 2 movies as opposed to, like, 4, and more. So we'll look forward to that. But yes, Joe Bob Briggs' Last Drive-In. He definitely knows his stuff. He's very, very educational in it, too. Yeah, Deep Space Nine. Dick Miller was in... Yeah, like I said, he was in everything. I haven't watched Deep Space Nine in a long time, though. That's... I was never a big Trekkie. Like, if it was on, I sat down and watched it. Like, the original series reruns, and then, because it's so hokey, but fun. And Next Gen was on more than anything when I was growing up. Obviously, me and Charlie here are the same age. And, so I watched a lot of Next Gen, which was cool. And then Deep Space Nine I kind of got into for a while. Cisco's totally a badass. And then I think in like the late 90s, early 2000s, Voyager came. I was done. I'm more of a Star Wars guy, and it has nothing to do with like any of that. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like a hate thing. Like, I don't like one or the other. Because I explained this, I did an interview at the comic book store the other day. Basically, Star Wars is action movies. That's what they're sci-fi action. Okay, there's usually a war going on, and it's that. Star Trek, from what I understand, always has been. It's a journey. We're going out and exploring. They turned the newer movies that came out from an alternate timeline, the one with Chris Pine and Simon Pegg and that whole thing. That was more of an action movie than it was Star Trek, So, and of course, we know Next Gen and all that. So, see, my wife got in, and now I'm all distracted, but that's okay. Shit happens. I know it. See, there it is again. I tried using the mouse on the wrong computer. See, I'm a dummy. All right, let's go on Facebook here. What is all this? Yep, that's my post. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out this stuff. Is it showing up anywhere? Is there a chat? I don't know. There's a chat on. I called it. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, well. It happens. There it is. Yeah. Oh, well. It happens, right? See, I'm poor. This stuff's falling apart. I'm literally falling apart at the seams. And I just did it again with damn fucking... Anyway. So, yeah. What else is going on here? Well, we have, Charbroil from Charbroil and El Bandito there on the stream. Or not on the stream, but he's in the chat, so that's cool. This thing's going to fall. Yeah, so gaming-wise, we've been playing, like I said, Dead by Daylight a lot, which is cool. And I think me and my wife Nicole, are going to do a Diablo stream as well, since we both love playing Diablo together. And we're leveled up pretty high, so we might do Rifts, which is this thing in Diablo. We'll go through it later. Let's see. Any other questions? No, we're hanging out drinking. If you have a beer at home, drink it. When you were alive, Murphy Law. Yes, thank you. See, when I'm at your guys' studio, which is better than mine, it just so professional. Everything's set up. There's multiple this, there's multiple that, and it's like everything doesn't fall apart like that noise. And yeah, it's nice. And then I can do that, right? Crap. Whatever. It happens. Hello.
Hi.
My wife's back there. So yeah. This is so far so good. But yeah, Murphy's Law. There she is. You gotta come in. There it is.
Hi, everybody.
That's how that works. I think one day we're just gonna. I don't know if we have to find somebody else to run this stuff for us, but I think we'll just sit on the couch with the green screen behind us and just, hold the microphones. Either way, it's cool. Yes, Murphy's Law, which is a good band, by the way. So one of our big sponsors, one of them, is podunkradio.com. So if you're into punk rock, if you love punk rock and metal and some stuff like that, this is a good station. It's free, all kinds of different music. I usually play when I'm on there. Charlie says hi. See, I love the chat room aspect of these things. I do like interaction. It's nice. I'm not just talking to the wall. Hello, wall. I don't even know how long I've been going. I think about half an hour. YouTube tells me. I did it again with that. I swear, I'm going to have to make a meter, all right? And we're going to have to start putting money down on how many times I'm going to grab the mic, the damn mouse, which does nothing for Facebook setup. And yeah, so. Yes, Podunk alumni. That's true. And, Charbroil and them are Podunk alumni as well. Before they started doing the video version of their show, they did audio, and it was great. I don't remember, Charlie. Has it been like 2 years for the audio, and then you've been doing the video stuff the last, was it 3 years? You guys have been doing it for a while. Everything bleeds together. I can't remember anything. It happens. But, so Shakarama's coming up. That's cool. Go watch that. And if you like horror stuff, listen to Underground Horror Radio. Which is the audio version of this. It's much better. Because, I get to play music. And running through Podunk. There's like a lot of stuff I get to do. I'm very fortunate. Plus the video games. I do love video games. And I love beer. I don't really drink as much. Okay, now I did it right. Oh, look at that, Justin. All right, so about half an hour in. Cool. Yeah, so there is. Yep, 2 years audio and then a year and a half on stream. So there you go. Awesome. This is, 2019 is Underground Horror Radio's 6th anniversary, if I'm right. Yeah. And then Not For Air is 9. Okay, see, when you have so much stuff going on, it's ridiculous. So, we'll do something fun real quick. I'm not opening anything yet, but. So, I like to read Horror Hound magazine. I'm a fan of it. What's my favorite character in Dead by Daylight? Ooh, Freddy, yeah. Thank you. She's answering questions for me, not even a damn thing. It's... Yes, yours is Michael. Yeah, mine's Freddy. It's a little more challenging with Freddy because you can't. Basically, he's in the dream world, so you have to be asleep to do it. So yeah, it's a little more challenging than just walking up and whacking him, with the chainsaw or whatever. So Freddy, yeah, it's a little more challenging, and I kind of dig it. And I'm not really a fan of the look as much because I don't like the look of the remake Freddy as much as Robert Englund, but I understand, why they did it. Plus, Warner Brothers owns it. They licensed it out. So, Horror Hound is a magazine I love, and I read it every month. And I was going to do some back issue ones, but this just came today for me, or yesterday. And this is for January, February. It's almost February. And, so here's the cover. Yes, that is Simon Pegg, Shaun of the Dead. Look at that. And, so it's a pretty cool magazine. Horror Hound's like a big convention. Any new characters at it? When's the last time you played? If you played recently, no. The last thing updated was Legion. How long ago was that?
And Jeff, December.
And this metal guy, Jeff. And that was in December. That was the last one.
The next one will be in March.
I guess. See, Nicole's the expert on that game. March is the next one, I believe. So she knows all about that. She's smart. That's why I have her. Yeah, I know you play that, Charlie. Yeah, like I said earlier, I gave Friday the 13th a stat. I've just been doing the offline bots. I have to get a higher up to use the weapons. Change the weapons. I think it's dumb, but, get some footage of Jason. Obviously, I'm a big Jason fan, so. Let's see. Real quick. Oh, one of my favorite things in this magazine is the toy section. Where they, new toys coming out. So they got the Gremlins, which I have seen in person. They got like an Ultimate It figure for Pennywise. Ooh, that's like the Predator there. He's all like invisible. or like heat. I think it's like thermal vision. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, I'm a big. Yeah, that's cool. I like the toys. Let's see, any movies coming out? Dead Wax on Shudder. Okay. But anyway, if you haven't, they mentioned Rabbit, which is done by the Soska twins. It's a remake of the Cronenberg classic, so we will see how they do. I have a lot of faith in them, though. Yeah, I miss Friday the 13th to jump back on there. Yeah, you got it on Xbox and PC though, right? Because I remember playing it. I think it was on PC. You saw the Pennywise figures at Target. Cool. See, that's another place you can get these NECA figures now, is Target. Pennywise isn't my thing, so I probably won't get one. See, that's the thing with the unboxings. People are like, oh, you just, buy random. No, I don't buy random. I can't afford random stuff. I have to buy things that I like, that I want to put the money into. So that's just kind of how that is, And it's nothing against it. I always liked it. It's cool. The original and the new one I liked okay. It's just, do I really want a Pennywise figure? Not really. Oh, PC? Okay. Yeah. Friday the 13th, yeah. It's... Dude, they updated it again today. This is my gripe. And in the description, usually when things update on systems, at least on PlayStation, it says, usually tells you what they fixed. If there's bug fixes and things like that, depending on, I guess, the developer, the game. Dead by Daylight tells us all kinds of stuff. This is what their update. This is the new thing going on. Stuff like that. Oh yeah, I love NECA too. That's the top. That's a top thing for me. The McFarlane ones I have. I got those are kind of rare. So I'm a big fan of those too. But the NECA ones are so much better to me personally because they are more articulate. Everything moves. It's kind of cool. I like it a lot. And we'll get to that soon, though. We are gonna bust out a figure. It's gonna happen. Mezco, I heard, makes them too. Pretty good figures. Like I said, I don't know if anybody was watching when I did the Silent Night, Deadly Night figure. The actual cloth clothing figures with, I'm not into that really as much. I don't know why, Like, it's, their outfits are like the old G.I. Joes, which are cool. It's just not my thing. I like them solid and built in, like, it'd be like, you can't even see him because he's Predator. No, it's fucking Raphael from Ninja Turtles. But my green screen, his shell's okay, though. You can see his shell. Anyway, it's like if these were all cloth and you can take them off. I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's not my thing. But I do love NECA too. NECA. I always call it NECA. Whatever. It's still awesome. But there are a lot of good toy companies out there now. So, and yeah, Target started carrying them since I guess Toys R Us, took a hike, which sucks because, I found some cool stuff in Toys R Us that I didn't find anywhere else. Diamond Select is another one. That's a good company. If you're, they have some horror stuff. I have picked up things like Vampire Willow from Buffy, and iZombie, which is a show I love on the CW, based on a comic from Vertigo. Those are cool. Haven't opened them yet. That's going to happen. And so those are Diamond. Those are good. And Diamond Select makes some really good Marvel figures. They're a little more than, obviously, the $20, Legends figures, but they're worth the price, like NECA. NECA didn't have everything with it, like the multiple heads and all this stuff. I always break it down when I do these videos, when I unbox stuff, what I like about them, what I don't like about them, that kind of thing. But I'm trying to think what other games are out there. I mean, I know it just came out, Kingdom Hearts. So if you're watching and you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts, cool. Do your thing, Sora. Let's see, anything going on? I'll just see what's going on here. No, well, people like my stuff. I don't have I put it on YouTube and on Facebook. So I'm hoping. I don't have a thing that streams everywhere at once yet. I almost touched that mouse because I was going to move something. Almost. Let's see what's going on Facebook. See, I almost did like a Facebook Live for this, but I just went straight to YouTube. I just because I don't know. I think it'd be easier that way. For me, anyway. It's just like that. So, let's see. So, who we got? We got Nosferatu, Frankenstein's monster. Not Frankenstein. Michael Myers, Jason. So, it's like old school, still old school. Mainly. I'm playing that one with the kiddos. Oh, okay. Kingdom Hearts. Nice. Yeah, it's a good kids game. Or it's good for adults too if they like that stuff, but it's cool. It's cool that it's got like Final Fantasy stuff, involved, because Final Fantasy is where it's at. At least it used to be. I haven't really played it lately, but that's what I heard. So yeah, if anybody out there likes music, like I said, podunk. But also we have a bunch of episodes, including some old episodes of audio from Charwell and El Bandito on Podbean. Just go on Podbean, look up Mcpatches Media, or I think Not for Air Media now. But anyway, type it in, you'll find it. And yeah, real quick, yeah, Night of the Demons again. Oh no, see, that's one I want them to play. If anybody doesn't know what that is, it's a classic movie. I got the Blu-ray Steelback Scream Factory. That's another cool thing. Now we're mentioning Scream Factory is awesome. They find old movies, horror movies, and they give them the Blu-ray treatment with added extras. It's awesome. So I have that on there. Look at that. Thank you. Look, I got a nice thing from Charlie on Facebook. Thank you. Appreciate that. I like drinking beer. Also, check out, what is it, Arcade Recon? I gotta look at it again. But that's another podcast here. And that's pretty awesome. Check that out. Definitely a lot of gaming going on. And if you like horror patches and stuff, or here's a band for you. Okay. So there's a band locally. Yeah, the Shakorama is Morbid Movies. I think they just changed the name. It's the same people. I just think for whatever reason they changed the name. I haven't talked to Mike in a while, so I don't know. I haven't been down there yet in a while either. I don't think I've been down there really since I got back. I think I might have went once. I just got so much stuff I do, especially on Fridays, so it's kind of hard. But all you other people should go there and watch movies because they're awesome in the theater. There's nothing like it. That's some of these movies they're playing, like this, let's see. It's 35 years old. I'm 30. I'll be 30. So what was I, 2? Did I go see, Night of the Comet in a drive-in? Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. Knowing my parents? Maybe. I know Predator 2. I remember that until the screen shut down. I kind of like that name better. Yeah, I kind of do too. I dig the graphic there. I mean, I like morbid movies too but they're not so much morbid. Like they're cult classics but they're popular ones. But they're also just cult classics, and plus it makes sense to do more sci-fi too. Yeah, it's true. I agree with that. When it comes to genre stuff, sometimes to wave a little bit and go, okay, let's do a little bit of this too, which is, Underground Horror Radio, obviously it's just horror, but sci-fi is part of it, especially sci-fi horror, Starship Troopers, that kind of thing. Life Force. I've been seeing a lot of posts, and I even think I saw the Steelbook from Shout Factory, since we're talking about Shout Factory, which is parent company of Scream Factory. They did Tobe Hooper, Texas Chainsaw. Tobe Hooper's Life Force. Think about space vampires. It's classic. So that's on Blu-ray now. Halloween 3. Now me and Charboil here. Oh, Halloween 3 is the shit. That's a good Halloween movie, even though it's not your normal Halloween movie. But that's why we liked it, and we actually got to see it together at Shakorama, then Morbid Movies, 1 October. So That was cool. That was fun to see on the big screen. I've seen Halloween on the big screen because they do more of that. Not just Shakorama, but other people do pretty much the same stuff. They in the regular movie theaters, if there's a special event through, I forgot their name. Phantom events? Yeah, Phantom events. Like one time me and Nicole saw Jaws, which I never seen on a big screen till then. And I was like, ooh, looks so good. But I had the Blu-ray of Jaws here, and I opened that finally. And me and Nicole watched that like a week or two ago. We have like a big TV, like a 52-inch, huge TV. And Jaws on there, Blu-ray, sounds, looks fantastic. Yeah, Halloween 3 was fun. I haven't seen that on Blu-ray yet, but because I know the Halloween box set came with it. But like I said, Scream Factory just put it back out with the Steelbook. So I had the Night of the Demons of that. And I want to get... The Blu-ray of Halloween we have is like the 35th anniversary one that came out, so it's fine. Like we don't need to update that one. I don't like to buy the same, thing. Apparently Joe Bob hates Halloween 3. He says it sucks. Old Tom Atkins is not happy. Okay, that sucks. But to each their own. Joe Bob doesn't like it. That's fine. And if I had the image with me, I would put up the image where it goes, you don't like Halloween 3? Who gives a fuck? And it's got Tom Atkins, so it's awesome. But Halloween 3 is like a weird movie. That's what's good about it, though, is they tried something different. At the time, it didn't really work out, but it's grown a huge following since, the 80s when it came out. So, yeah. And Halloween killed it last October, so... I know that just came out on Blu-ray as well, which I'll get eventually. But, so horror movies are back in flux. They didn't really go anywhere, but now it's like more mainstream. We still don't get an Oscar, but not that that matters. But, yeah, we got Happy Death Day to You 2. I can't remember the title off the top of my head, but it's a sequel to Happy Death Day, which... Blumhouse. Oh, that's what I want to talk about. Yes, Tom Atkins on a bender. Yes. Tom Atkins, Halloween 3, drinking, banging a young chick. And a doctor. He's the doctor. Fighting robots. Irish robots. It's on Halloween. It's fantastic. They only can make 3 masks, though. Only 3. Only 3. But, yeah. Oh, man, Halloween 3. I got to watch it again. That's what I wanted to talk about. So speaking of Blumhouse, okay, so Blumhouse, Universal made Halloween. We'll go over the whole movie another day. I liked it. So I read somewhere, and this makes sense because Blumhouse teaming up with Universal, which at Halloween Horror Nights last year, they had a Blumhouse house. It had, I think, the Purge stuff, and it had Happy Death Day. So, both of those. It's all coming together because the Purge TV show, which was on USA is owned by Universal. So is Sci-Fi. And they're going to have we'll get to that one another day maybe, but Child's Play TV show is going to be on Sci-Fi, which is owned by Universal, which owns Chucky. So Blumhouse, okay, Jason Blum, who produced plenty of movies, genre and not genre, Get Out, that kind of thing. The Purge movies, the new Halloween, right? Universal, for the longest time, obviously owns the rights to, Frankenstein there, monster, and that kind of thing. So they've been trying to do this dark universe because Marvel did stuff nobody ever thought could happen. So, crossover among crossovers. So Universal wanted to try the same thing. First they did Dracula Untold, which is a good action movie. It's not really a horror movie, but it's an action horror movie. But it's more action. It's like the 90s Mummy with Brendan Fraser. It's fun to watch. And I like Luke Evans, so it was cool. I thought that would have been a good start because they played it off like that because they were going to just, okay, here's our dark universe. For whatever reason, I guess it didn't make any money. Whatever. So they tried again with The Mummy, an updated version of The Mummy, but it had Tom Cruise. And I've seen a lot of reviews and I watched some of it. It's, I think one of the best things about it was, what's his name? Russell Crowe. Because he chews up scenery. So then that failed. Right. Everybody's like, fuck that. So now I was told that I read online, Blumhouse is going to go ahead and update and do the Universal Monsters. I can get behind that because I don't think they're going to try to make it this giant action Marvel nonsense. I think we're going to go back to horror. Straight, updated, gothic horror, which is what the original monsters were. Right? So I'm stoked for that. Like, I have faith in that. We'll see. Because so far, with everything I've watched a lot of movies. Other than, like, I guess Truth or Dare, which I heard was, whatever. That was, like, the only one that I heard that, sucked. Me and Nicole watched a movie put out by Blumhouse on Netflix the other day. That was a vampire movie that was, I don't get scared, but it's back on to the basic, and it's more about vampirism and addiction. It stars the dude that is... he's in not The Grudge, fuck. It's got the boogeyman thing, you know what I mean? Bagul. I can't remember. Damn it. But the first one had Ethan Hawke, and he hung himself at the end, and, you watch a painting or something with this guy in it. I can't remember the name. Charlie, help me out. It wasn't The Haunting. It wasn't like anything like that, but you know which one I'm talking about, right? Anyway, so anyway, he was in that, Deputy So-and-so. And I met the guy that played the monster once, so he was cool. I just can't remember the name of the movie on the top of my head. I'm an idiot. But anyway, it starred the guy who looks like a skinnier Jake Gyllenhaal kind of guy. And Sinister, thank you. See, it's so good to have interaction because I don't look like a moron now. Sinister. So the guy that starred in that is the deputy in the first one, and the second one he was kind of more the main character. That guy's in it, and it's him and the mom in this movie, because it's about a mom who has an addiction problem, is the girlfriend or the older girl, not the little kid that was in Hocus Pocus. Okay, so you got the guy and the girl and the little kid, and then you got Johnny Depp or whatever. I forget his name. But she's in this. She's the mom. So obviously it's been a long time since Hocus Pocus. But it's a really good vampire tale about addiction and stuff like that. We're actually going to have to do a review on it. But it's called Family Blood. I'm pretty sure. And it's on Netflix. Check it out. Mcpatches says check it out. I'm not as good as Joe Bob. Okay, so what do we got? 10 minutes left? All right, so real quick before we open this sucker up, what else is there? So yeah, there's the Blumhouse Monsters thing with Universal Monsters. So I think even the first one's not even about Dracula or Frankenstein or even the Wolfman, which the Wolfman movie Universal made years ago with Benicio del Toro. It's not bad. I mean, it was R, and it was violent. It just, I don't know. It was okay. It was an okay telling of that story. Yeah, so the first movie they're doing is going to be, I think, The Invisible Man. It's like, oh, shit. That's kind of cool. Because you don't really think of that too much. Last time I heard anything about Invisible Man, I'm not counting that League of Extraordinary Edited Gentlemen, was like Hollow Man. You know what I mean? Like the Kevin Bacon movie. Like, that was the last time anything I remember was super big with the Invisible Man kind of story to it. And that was good. That was actually a pretty good movie. So I'm excited to see what they do with it. I have faith. And then the other thing real quick is, so people didn't know they're making a Child's Play. The Wolfman Haunted House at Halloween Horror Nights was better than the film. Yes. I think I went on that one, but yes. But the American Werewolf Haunted House was awesome. Like, because they had the animatronics and stuff. So good. Halloween Horror Nights really does most 90% of the time put decent stuff in their houses. They really do go to town with it. So, so there's a Child's Play series on the way. I don't think it's going to be called that. It has nothing to do with the Chucky reboot they're doing with Child's Play, which MGM owns the rights to the first movie. Everything else is Universal. 2 through, the last one, which was Cult. This takes place after. Yes, Brad Dourif's in it. I'm pretty sure his daughter's in it. And hopefully they'll get, what's his name? Andy Barclay. I forgot his name too. I met him a bunch of times. So hopefully it has them. Now, people are worried, oh my God, it's on Sci-Fi, and I get that. But today, because this was announced yesterday, today, on Twitter, quick, oh, no, he's going to be able to drop the F-bomb. He's going to be able to beat Chucky. And, cool. I was at first like, why don't you go like on a major thing like Stars, like they did with Evil Dead, which was good. I'm not saying that got canceled. Just what the fuck. And, but then I realized, oh yeah, Sci-Fi is Universal, so they already have a channel. They're all like, oh yeah, I think it's going to be a good film. I'm like, you own the fucking thing anyway. What? You're not tricking me. Because the last couple Chuckies were all, the last 2 were all direct-to-video, and they're fine. Netflix. Phew. So yeah, that's what they're doing with that. So that's going to be cool. All right, time for the Gurren finale, because this might take a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but whatever. It's my stream. All right, ready? This is what we're unboxing. See? But I did the right thing this time. But before we watch that, don't forget about that. Or any of that. Or that. Or this. Anyway. So here it is. Ugh. Okay. The Nightmare on Elm Street, because the 3 is green, and now it's going through. Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Ultimate NECA figure. Dream Warriors. I think this one came out a while ago, but I found, believe it or not, I liked Curse, but Cult was eh. Yeah, Cult was okay. They went from the dark tone of Curse to kind of goofy. But I mean, it was sick, super violent, and I liked that it had. They brought back, Andy, and and Kyle at the end. So I'm excited to see what happens. But yes, so this is it. This is the figure. When he's not looking like that, huh? Yeah. So this is it. This is a pretty cool one. So I'm gonna, I'm not just gonna show you the box. I'm gonna open this bad boy up, if I can. How the hell is this a pen? Okay. Dream Warriors don't want. Yes, exactly. Dream Warriors. That was like the beginning of like the MTV Freddy Krueger, which part 4 really did like go with it. But Dream Warriors, I think people say other than part 1, obviously the first one, that Dream Warriors is like the best one. Now, a lot of people I've heard say that online, groups, all that. I love part 4 for what it is. I do. But 3 is a great movie. And, New Nightmare's great. Freddy vs. Jason's like a guilty pleasure. But it's not a good film. But yeah, part 3 had a music video. Freddy was getting popular. And, they had Dawkins, which is rock and roll right there, fucking Dawkins. Who doesn't like Dawkins? So they made a cool music video. By then, Freddy Krueger toys, that kind of thing. I have respect for part 2, even though most hate it. Oh, I know, we talked about this. I like part 2 as well. And I actually interviewed Mark Patton, super nice guy. Part 2 is like, it's so different from the regular Freddy movie, the first movie that came out, that it was, it's hard. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna show. I'm not gonna pull all this stuff out, but he has this, another head. Cool. He has the puppet Freddy. Okay. His hat. He has two other hands that are the needle hands. There goes my green screen. Drug hands, and then the paper mache house that Kristen was working on, and it does have a front that has the chest of souls. So let's do what we normally do. The box art's great because it's a movie box. Awesome. That's what I liked about it. It was different. Yeah, Grady. Yeah, because it had that incredible metamorphosis scene, coming out of a body. What the fuck was that? It's awesome. Okay, let's see here. He bends, making sure that's good. He's got his cool boots. NECA really does have great detail for these guys. Okay, so the closer you see, that green doesn't really show up, but I have to take a picture, which I'm going to do, and put it on Instagram. But his claws are a little bent, but it was in the packaging. But look how cool, that's cool looking. He looks sinister, And the makeup on this was great. So they got all the detail down, his pants, his sweater, which comes apart. And then you put the new sweater on. So that's a little bit different. I have to get used to that. It's not a bad thing. It's just, there it is. I put it in a little bit harder, so... Anyway, okay, so that's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But overall, for the price of it, it's fine. Yeah, they got the little puppet Freddy. It's cool. I just don't like this whole shirt thing. Because what happens is this comes off, you put the souls. I thought you could put it over it, but apparently his top comes down. So, there's that. Let's see. How's that bending? Okay, everything's a little stiff. But yeah, his hands. So yeah. Pretty cool. I have to say I like it. So, another awesome Freddy to the collection. And I got most of them now. I got 1, 2, 3. They haven't made a part 4 that I know of. So, that's the goal. Get a part 4, part 5, part 6. I have New Nightmare. And I have Freddy vs. Jason. So, I have those. So, I have more to get eventually, but, it stands up pretty good, too. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's just burn victim. Justice Souls and burn victims. Now, I the thing about Nightmare on Elm Street that I always enjoyed, I'm a big Jason guy. People are like, oh, horror, and yeah, but some people grew up on, the black and whites, Universal Monsters, that kind of thing. 60s, 70s, Ghost House, I grew up in, being a child of the 80s. Growing up in the late 80s, 90s, big, fan of slashers. That was my thing. You had American Werewolf, not a slasher, but you had those movies in there, Lost Boys, vampire movies, Fright Night, Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, yeah. Which we'll do a whole episode or a lot of that on that. I have to have Charlie. I have to come on here and with me, and we'll do it together because we both love Evil Dead 2 so much. But you know what I mean? Then it was just slashers. So I grew up on a lot of slashers. Michael Myers, Jason was the big one, Freddy. Those are and Chucky, household names. And so I'm a big fan of slashers. Do I like other stuff? Yeah, I like Hellraiser. That's not really a slasher. Phantasm is its own its own thing, Phantasm. It's even hard for Joe Bob to explain, and he's the master. So, yeah. Yeah, Phantasm. It's weird. It's good, though. But, yeah, so I grew up on slashers since I'm a big Jason fan. I have a lot of Jason stuff. But Freddy's cool because it was different. He wasn't a guy in a mask. He was a demon, and he was the stuff of nightmares, and literally. So it's pretty cool. And so I always dug him, and and they finally got them together, Freddy and Jason. So that was cool. And yeah, so he's one of the top ones. I mean, because of Robert Englund and his personality with Freddy, it blew up. He wasn't just some guy walking around, cut you with That's the other thing. It wasn't just razor knives. The first one had that, but it had other things as well. The whole bed thing with Johnny Depp, you know, as the movies went on, the effects got a little bit better. They did more than just him slashing in your dreams. They had just all kinds of crazy shit happen. But anyway, that's Nightmare on Elm Street. But yeah, so look, we did it. I think we did it. So pretty proud. And yeah, you know, I hadn't really come up with any closing credits yet, you know. But you know, Mortal Kombat XL. If you want to get that, it's on all the platforms except for Switch, obviously. Dead by Daylight's out there. Friday the 13th, which is, you know, like I said, PC and all that. PlayStation and Xbox, which is pretty cool. Lots of stuff. So anyway, like I said, check out Shakorama. Okay. See, you know, go see Eye of the Comet. And let's see. Check us out on Podbean. I'm going to drink more of my beer. My wife's playing Dead by Daylight. Thank you for coming. Fuck. You know, thank you, Charlie. Check out, again, Chorbill and El Bandito's Power Hour Love. Great show, gaming, all that stuff. Plus, now they got, like, ties into Twitch. Huge. They got a nice girl on there that was playing, you know, games they played together. It was great. It's on YouTube. Just look it up on YouTube, and you can, you know, see their past videos and their live stuff. It's a great show, and I'll be on there hopefully again. Usually when they have horror stuff, I pop on. So we'll see when. But they're so busy now. And next week I think we'll talk about conventions and stuff. This was kind of like this soft opening. But you know, 4 people are watching. I'll take it. You know, why not? I keep burping because of this beer. It's good though. No, I don't get paid for drinking it. Not yet. All right, let me see if I have something to close out with. That's my pen. Okay, what have I been doing on here? There we go. All right, enjoy.
Leatherface wins. Fatality.